We are doing a little pre-holiday shred. Not to freak you out or anything, but your nails actually tell you quite a lot about your health.
They're up. We're not allowed to say anything until both of us try.
As you can see, I do a very glute dominant split squat.
This is my first of 2 meals for the day in a calorie deficit on a keto diet.
Love yours. No stress to me.
Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. As of today, I am about 3 weeks into a cut or fat loss stage or calorie deficit, which will continue for the next 3 months. Samir and I are going to be going to Thailand at the end of the year for 5 weeks, which I cannot wait for. We are basically doing a little pre-holiday shred. It's a really great time to cut because it's still cold and we're not fully fledged into summer yet. I will be making this a series. I'd like to share my progress, some tips and tricks, my approach to dieting and fat loss, and just all the little bits and pieces of life in between. It is currently 7:10 a.m. We had a bit of a late wake up today. By late, I mean 5 a.m. Normally we wake up at 4 a.m. I'm just about to measure my blood ketones, blood glucose, and skin folds. I am on a keto diet again. Anyone that knows me will know that I will not shut up about how amazing keto diets are. They make you feel amazing. I'm currently only eating 2 times a day, which means a lot less meal prep. No having to dick around with containers and cooking multiple kilos of potatoes every day, which is exhausting. Keto diet is obviously much higher in fat, which means foods are much more nutrient dense, calorie dense, and you don't need as much of it. There's so many great things about a keto diet, which I may do a separate video on because I could not shut up about it. We do our weekly check-ins on Sunday morning just to see that we're on track. I'm gonna get this testing done, then we are going to go to the gym shortly. I'm not going to film today's workout because I actually filmed yesterday's workout, which was my heavy leg day. I'll drop that in this video. Samir has been an angel and has got everything ready for me. I just need to prick myself. I hate doing this, but I like having data. It's honestly not necessary, but we just love measuring our metabolic health. I usually just prick the side of my finger because I feel like it hurts less. This is a blood glucose strip, 3.5. I'll see what it was last week when I pop it all on the 3.2. I've got a spreadsheet tracking it week to week. Ketone strips, they come individually packed in these little pouches. Excuse my nail, I banged my skin there on a barbell and damaged under my nail bed, so it's only just starting to recover. Also, while I'm here, 6 months ago maybe, I discovered this nail. Oh, you can't see it. There, I think you can see it. This line on my nail. Naturally, I googled what the hell it was and Google said it could be melanoma. I instantly went and saw my GP. He referred me to a Melbourne skin and dermatology clinic. They booked me in urgently because this is treated as an urgent situation given the severity of melanoma and how quickly it can spread. The skin specialist looked at it and said, no, it is very likely not melanoma. Usually when it's melanoma, it does get darker and also thicker as well, but this line has been on my nail for months. It does regrow with my nail and it has not gotten darker or thicker. And also, I do have other lines on my other nails. There's my pointer finger, and then if you can see on my thumb, you can see lines. And this usually means that I have an excess of melanin in my body, which is not a bad thing, and it's very common with darker skin people. I do have regular follow-up appointments just for them to keep tabs on the lines to make sure they're not progressing into anything, but that was such a relief. I'm very grateful it was not melanoma. I do a lot of cooking, so I have never really enjoyed having painted nails. Also, I worked as a kitchen hand, which I couldn't have my nails painted for. I think I've had a fake nails once in my life and I hated the feeling of them. I'm a very handsy person. Thankfully, I've never had my nails covered for a really long time and I was able to spot that quickly. So yeah, not to freak you out or anything, but your nails actually tell you quite a lot about your health, and apparently dark lines on your nails could mean melanoma, or they could mean an excess of melanin, or it could be bruises or something on your nails. Anyways, on to blood ketone testing. 2.6, which is good. Last week it was 3.5 or something millimoles per liter, which is very high, which is really good for your health. But I was feeling like a little bit shaky. I need to do blood pressure as well. Having a good blood pressure level and blood glucose level are key indicators of good metabolic health. There are 5 key markers of metabolic health. I can do another video about that, so I'm not spending 2 hours talking about it here. But yeah, weekly, probably a little bit unnecessary. I don't know, a couple times a month is fine, or once a month, but we like to do things regularly around here. I just have this little unit I got off Amazon. It's a Paramed. I don't recall how much it was, maybe $45, and it comes with its strap. This strap is not ideal for Samir because his arms are bigger, so we're still trying to find a good strap for him, but my arms are tiny, so it's fine for me. As always, you have to do it on your left arm. Put the strap that part up with your middle artery. You want it to be tight, but not too tight. You should be able to fit, I still can't get it done properly. You should be able to fit a couple fingers in between. I always like to take a few deep breaths before I do it. Here is the document that we do our health marker check-ins. 18th of August today, 110/70 for blood pressure. I'm just waiting for Samir to be free so we can do each other's skin folds.
They're up.
Can we just do a retest and just check to see what's up?
Bicep,
Okay, bicep looks like it might be correct.
lumbar.
Let's check it again. 5.5.
Nutty, questioning my whole existence.
Can check tricep as well. So on there.
Yeah.
11.5.
My weight's gone down, but my skin folds are like the same.
I think you did have last week. You were on your time of the month. So
Yeah.
you don't need to take that into consideration.
Taste testing. Is it lemon and lime?
What?
Don't give me any feedback while I try it. It's like yellow water.
It tastes like
It
really...
tastes like a really watered down yellow Powerade, I think.
Babe, I gotta put some lemon in it or something.
Just chuck a slice in there.
Pricing, it needs half a lemon each.
Right, let me taste this.
This is so bougie. Intra workout EAAs. I usually normally just have water, but Samir's decided to have EAAs. So I thought I'd try his new lemon lime flavor that tastes like the color yellow. Can I try?
What is it?
How much of that did you drink? Says me, who drinks half a bottle. Oh, it tastes like medicine, like when you're just about to drink it. Yeah, when you're just about to drink it.
The palate of an 8-year-old. Alright, let me know what you think.
It's the smell before you drink it that's disgusting.
I don't smell it.
No, it's still disgusting.
But you didn't put lemon juice in.
Oh.
Oh my god. Usually putting the lemon juice in helps.
You're gonna say it's nice because you already think it's nice.
My rat juice.
Okay, it's better, but you just can't. If you buy the Extend Lemon Lime EAAs, it's fine.
Don't shame them. You're gonna lose a sponsorship.
It's fine if you don't smell it before you drink it. They had their chance in like 2016 to sponsor me when I trained at Evolve. They didn't do it.
Did they dodge a bullet today?
You're so mean. I'm just gonna finish all of it.
What's the lemon juice for? Weight loss? Lemon
Fat
detox?
burning, a fat burning booster.
Shit, I read one of those apricot ones.
Do you want to try a new drink?
Yeah.
Okay. We don't normally drink energy drinks, but we are at the moment. This one is yet to be tried. Oh, it's Remedy. They make kombucha. Do you want the C4?
You have a Red Bull or the C4, I think.
Okay, he already thinks this is going to be bad. Okay, attempt 2, C4 watermelon burst. We tried the peach and mango nectar yesterday, and it was actually really nice. This has...
C4. These guys still around, are they?
This has no carbs as well, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. We're not allowed to like say anything until both of us try it. The peach mango nectar was actually really nice. Like you could actually taste the mango nectar, which is really unique, but it wasn't like super zingy like a Monster or a Rockstar. Mmm. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's not bad. I think I prefer the peach mango.
It's not super watermelon-y.
Let me give it another hit. You know what it almost tastes like? The bottom, once it's melted, the bottom of your cup, once it's melted down a bit, slurpy. There's like a little bit of ice.
Oh my god.
Give it a hit. Yeah.
Babe, that's like the best description ever. Wow. The blue Slurpee.
Yeah, I had to process it for about a minute.
Alright, should we go?
Hello, I am coming to you with a voiceover for this leg workout. I didn't film my warm-up because it's literally always the same for my leg days. Maybe I'll do an in-depth run through of that one day. First exercise, squats. I did quite a few warm-up sets. First warm-up set is with the bar and a booty band, about 8 reps just to get the feel of the movement. Second warm-up set is with 40 kilos, about 6 to 8 reps. Third warm-up set is with 60 kilos and I've put my belt on just to get used to the feeling of that. Did a couple of reps. And then fourth warm-up set is with 80 kilos. Only did 2 reps here just to get used to the feeling of the heavy weight on my back. And first working set is at 90 kilos. I was aiming for 3 sets of 8 reps at 90 kilos, unracking really steadily, big deep breath, brace and squat. Yes, I know my depth could be deeper, but this is just how I feel good squatting. If I do try and get more depth, I won't be able to lift as much weight. So it's a bit of a compromise for me. And the way I'm squatting, it's a bit more of a low bar squat and very hip dominant. So my squat does really work a lot of my glutes. If I did break parallel and do a deeper squat, it would target more of my quads. Probably not a bad thing because I do need better quads, but I am totally fine with the way I squat. I did try and spend a bit of time trying to get my squat deeper and I wasn't really lifting any more weight and I was just stalling and I felt like it was just a bit of procrastination. So my squat depth will continue to look like this for the foreseeable future. Don't come at me. Made it through my first set, bit of a shaky re-rack, but we survived. I honestly was so puffed out after this. With your workouts, if you're not puffed out and contemplating your life after each set, you're probably not working hard enough if your goal is to improve your physique. And second working set had 3 to 4 minute rest in between. You don't want to go back into a set until your heart rate is back to normal and you can breathe properly and you can actually execute the set to the best of your ability without getting gassed out too quickly and not being able to get enough reps. So that's about 4 reps. I am starting to shake a little bit and slow down. That's when you really need to push through. If I wanted to really optimize these, I wouldn't stop or pause as much at the top. I would just drop it straight back down to keep constant tension on my legs. I am not that much of a psychopath yet at torturing myself, so I do pause a bit just so I can re-brace and get back into it. And another shaky re-rack. It was not a good re-racking day. I was very out of breath as well, made sure to unlatch my belt so I could breathe and just contemplated my life for 3 to 4 minutes in between sets. Third working set and last working set, I did ask Samir for a spot just because I did feel really shaky unracking and re-racking, and it is my nightmare to not re-rack the weight properly and just fall and die. He's mainly there to help unrack and re-rack the weight and potentially help get an extra rep. I was really struggling during this workout. I thought I'd feel a lot stronger, but I didn't. However, I pushed through. At this point, I believe I'm about 4 reps into this last set, and I am so over it, really slowing down and taking it rep by rep to get as many as I can. I have no idea why I just hesitated halfway through that rep. I believe I got 7 on this third set, so 1 short of my 8 rep target, which sucks, but I felt like I really pushed myself and I was cooked, really out of breath. Once again, it was a really tricky set. Probably would have helped to unlatch my belt here, but because I've lost weight around my waist, it's not as tight anymore, so it probably wasn't suffocating me too much. Alrighty, next exercise is Bulgarian split squats with dumbbells. I did a warm-up set just to get the feel for the movement, get my foot positioning down pat, and once again, as you can see, I do a very glute dominant split squat. If I wanted to be more quad dominant, I would put my front foot closer in towards my body so my knee goes further over my toe. You can kind of control where you want to feel it in your legs after getting a bit of experience and controlling your foot positioning. Always use straps because my grip sucks. I did, I believe, 2 working sets of this, so 2 working sets per leg, using 20 kilo dumbbells in both hands. I know some people only use 1 dumbbell and they sometimes use the free hand to hold on to something for support, but I think it is great to utilize both hands for dumbbells just because both legs get worked really well and you kind of force yourself to stabilize and build all those little stabilizing muscles that you may not necessarily work if you were just to hold on to something. I do like to put my back foot flat on the bench. I know some people like to prop up a bit on their toes, but I just find it much more stable keeping my foot flat. I also find wearing no shoes helps stabilize. That last rep was a struggle. Had about a 2 to 3 minute rest in between. Again, no point going in if you're still out of breath. My first working set still for the other leg. As you can also see, I'm doing a bit of an internal rotation. So with my hands, I'm kind of twisting in a bit with one of the dumbbells. I recently started doing this and it feels really nice. It does make it feel a bit more glute dominant. Being a bit naughty and resting a little bit too much in between reps, but I really wanted to make sure I got the last 10th rep just to make sure I'm getting the same number of reps on each leg and not getting imbalances in my legs. Third exercise is the good old leg press. I honestly used to hate doing these because my first gym only had like a leg press and leg extension for legs. But anyways, I prefer a narrow stance with feet high. A narrow stance targets quads, mainly the outer quad. Feet high mainly targets glutes and I guess a bit of hamstrings, but I kind of just do this foot stance because I find it to be the most comfortable and least agitating on my hips as well. It's great to play around with your foot stance and just find what works and feels best for you. I did 1 warm-up set with 4 plates, so 80 kilos, just to get a feel for the movement. And then I went on to 3 working sets of however many reps I could manage at 140 kilos in total. With leg press, it is ideal if you can slowly control the weight on the way down, have a little pause at the bottom, and then explode back up. This is an area where I evidently can improve. Just watching back my footage, it's really useful to help me learn what I can change to enhance my training. The pause, I feel, is barely visible at the bottom of the movement, and I definitely feel like it could be more explosive. In this case, I wouldn't mind actually reducing the weight a little bit next time just to optimize that tempo, as I know I would feel a bit more of a burn and feel more tension in my legs. Sometimes when you go super heavy on things like leg press, you just can't really feel it until you scale back the weight and really focus on burning out your muscles. Hypertrophy training is a fine balance between lifting enough weight but also stressing your muscles enough to damage them and cause them to grow. Second working set. My hair looks so funny. I don't like lying down on it because I feel like I'm going to slide around on it, although I won't, so I kind of just prop it back, and apparently it looks like a mop on this day, which is nice. Oh, also, kind of how I mentioned with squats at the start, ideally you don't want to stop at the top of the movement. You just want to keep constant tension and just drop the weight straight back down after each rep. I evidently was struggling and cheating a little bit and had a bit of a pause at the end of the last sort of reps in my set because I was clearly struggling. I always find it helps to get up in between sets and walk around. I have no idea how people just sit down in between sets and let their legs cramp up. Last working set, I sort of had to hurry because someone else wanted to use the machine. You just want to be mindful of not resting too much in between your sets. Like obviously you need to rest enough so you can execute the next set properly, but you also don't want to rest to the point where you start cooling down and you're giving yourself too much of a break where you can't keep the momentum up. I made some really cute faces towards the end of this set, which you can enjoy, especially from this angle. At this point, I'm just telling myself one more rep, taking each rep as it comes, trying to push myself because it gets so much harder towards the end, and that is when you need to push through and not be a little bitch. When you get to these hard reps and you're pushing and it feels like it's barely moving, it really feels like your veins are just going to explode out of your neck and head. Fun times. That is exercise 3 done. That is me crawling up because my legs feel super shaky, which is a disgustingly great feeling because I know I have pushed myself. Last exercise is the leg extension. I only filmed one set of this because this part of the gym got super busy and I felt really annoying filming. I did 3 sets of 10, I believe, at 33 kilos. My quads are honestly not my strongest point, so I want to get better at these and be able to go heavier, but I am in a calorie deficit, so probably not the greatest time to focus on building strength. Just focus on keeping these controlled. I personally like to point my toes down and sort of inwards to target the quad and also alleviate knee pain. And that is one of my 2 leg workouts for the week done. Thank you for watching me suffer. As you can see, not a lot of exercises, but I try and push myself in each. This is much more impactful than doing like 8 exercises half-assedly. That's not a word. I find it really fun to take videos in the posing room because I can really see the difference in my physique as I start to lose weight. All done at the gym. This is my first of 2 meals for the day in a calorie deficit on a keto diet. I'm literally just having a bit of sausage, so it's 120 grams of sausage. The reason I'm having so little is these are very fat, roughly 60% lean and 40% fat, which is very high fat content, so a lot of calories in there. And I can't have too much protein on a keto diet. And then I'm also having some nuts. So this is a mix of Brazil nuts and also roasted salted macadamias from the Nut Shop at South Melbourne Market. These macadamias are the best macadamias you will ever have in your life. And obviously we need a shit ton of salt, kosher salt, because it's nice and flaky. And I do have some reduced sugar barbecue sauce in there.
And here we have His Royal, is it Highness or Majesty?
Alright.
I don't know. Samir gets more nuts than me, more sausages, and eggs. Benefits of being a large human being.
Well, it's on full,
careful and feel your way. And so
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours.